Thanks, Ryan. We have team coverage of the damage from this storm, plus the impact, and now that the cleanup is underway.
NBC Connecticut's Jeremy Chen begins our live team coverage in Simsbury, a hard-hit community. Jeremy, where are you and what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, we just moved a little bit further up from where we were earlier in the last hour. We're now on Northfield near Phelpscroft, and we showed you some of the mess earlier. Now let's show you some of the cleanup that's happening right now. You can just see this tree originally was on top of this home right over here. You can see the people on the roof, the debris right there, the wet spots, just showing you how much of that tree actually slammed onto this home here on Northfield. But again, cleanup underway. There is the chainsaw right over there. You cut up a lot of this log you see over here. A little bit earlier, this was utterly a mess with, like I mentioned before, that tree just completely on top of this home right over here. And just take a look at how much of the tree had to be taken off of this particular home. Just a lot of log, a lot of limbs right over here. And much of it was the same for other parts of this particular neighborhood here in Simsbury. This along with downed wires and everything like that. But talking to several neighbors, we have not heard of any sort of injuries at this point, which is good news so far. But if we do get any more information, we'll be sure to share that with you on air and online at NBCConnecticut.com. Live in Simsbury, Jeremy Chen, NBC Connecticut News. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Jeremy, it is nice to see those neighbors working together out there. We want to take you now to East Windsor, where people are also cleaning up from today's powerful storms.
They took the brunt of it, too. We continue our team coverage now with Kevin Geis. Kevin, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Mike Keisha, well, this is the First United Church here in East Windsor. Right on Scantic Road, you can see a pretty massive pine tree that's come down leaning toward the church. Then there's actually a tree leaning on top of the kitchen and office area of the First United Church. And I'll take you a little bit further this way. That's the problem that officials want you to watch out for, are those snapped and downed wires and power poles. This whole section right here is just covered. It looks like Cemetery Road, totally covered in wires. And I'll take you just right here to see how powerful some of this wind must have been. This is about a 2 to 3 foot hole, the root ball tree leaning all the way to the other side of the road. I stand about 6 feet tall, and this root ball has about another foot and a half on top of me. So you get an understanding of how powerful some of those wind bursts must have been right in this East Windsor area. So, of course, a lot of officials want you to be careful if you have anywhere to go tonight. Mike Keisha will send it back over to you guys in the studio.
Away from those downed wires, thanks, Kevin. In Southington, firefighters were called to a home. That was on Mountain Pond Road. Mountain Pond Road, excuse me. A fire broke out here this afternoon.
Authorities tell us this house was hit by lightning. NBC Connecticut's Amanda Pitts has all the details.
The battalion chief says a man was home at the time lightning struck his home. Luckily, he made it out uninjured, and firefighters made quick work of putting out the fire it caused. Friday afternoon storms leaving its mark on a home in Southington.
On arrival, we had some smoke coming up from the back of the house. There's an attached sun porch addition on.
The owner of the home on Mountain Pond Road was sitting near that sun porch when the strike happened.
I heard the lightning strike, kind of felt it, looked outside, looked at the top of the roof from his deck, and you could see the smoke coming out.
He even tried to put out the fire himself.
He's nervous, and he actually grabbed his garden hose and tried to start putting the fire out because he just put it where the smoke was coming from. And but he's doing fine.
Bristol and Meriden firefighters came in to help Southington amid the brutal humidity. A few firefighters were treated for heat exhaustion, but are expected to be okay.
They'll get out of here. They all got to get showered, back off, get all the contaminants off of them, and get back into service.
Now, if there's any good news here, it's that the home is not a total loss because the fire was contained to that sunroom area. That homeowner is not displaced. In Southington, Amanda Pitts, NBC Connecticut News.
And remember to download the free NBC Connecticut Storm Tracker weather app. It will keep you updated on conditions anytime, 24 hours a day.